Hey guys, welcome back to episode 3 of our winter revival series on our 2009 Mitsubishi Eclipse. On the last video there, we got our front brakes replaced and the brake calipers repainted. Essentially now we're just going to be rinsing and repeating on the back side now. These ones will probably need a bit more work as they kind of take more of the abuse, a lot of rocks and dust flying in there, so it'll be a little bit more of a lengthy process, but nothing we can't handle. So let's get the car jacked up and the wheels off and see what we're working with. Okay guys, so we got the wheels off now. Looking at these rear calipers, they're not as bad as I thought, but they are pitted and chipped pretty good. They'll probably need a little bit more attention than the front, but that's nothing we can't handle. So now let's just get disassembling these brakes and we can start prepping those calipers. All right, quick little interruption here. I did catch the lip of that stud with the hammer, and now the nut won't thread back onto it, which is great. So we'll have to tune that up now, which I was not really wanting to do, but sometimes that's what happens. So let's just keep trying to see if we can get this rotor off. It's being a little stubborn, but I'm gonna spray some penetrating fluid on there and let it sit for a moment and then see what that'll do for us. Alright guys, so come to the conclusion, the trouble we're having is this brake rotor is getting stuck on the parking brake shoes, which is a common occurrence. So I know this is an inspection hole, but I've spun it around and looked inside and I cannot see a single adjustment to loosen them off any. So I'm gonna take another look and see, just in case I'm missing it, but if not, we might have to get a little more rough with it to get it off. All right, you guys, good news here now. We officially have the brake rotor off. It was kind of a struggle, but with a lot of patience and penetrating fluid, we were able to do it. I'm gonna call it a night for now, and I'm gonna look and see if those parking brake shoes and hardware is available to purchase. And if it is, then I'll most likely go through with replacing it. But if not, I'm just probably gonna leave it. And as for this wheel stud I had hit, I'm gonna see if I can try and save it with a thread chaser, but if not, I'll just have to end up replacing it. So we'll see what we come up with. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right guys, it is the next day. Looking at these parking brake shoes, they don't actually look as bad as I thought now, taking a second look. So we're just gonna leave those as is and call it good there. So I think next up, we're just gonna get this brake caliper cleaned up and ready for some primer. Thinking before that though, I might start taking apart the other side and then I'll just do the priming and painting all in one go. So let's just get started on the next side first. All right, you guys, so we now have caliper off. It was a little bit tough. These slide pins are bone dry and we're starting to rust, so I'm glad we're able to look at these. We're just gonna have to clean them up and add a lot of brake lubricant on there, and they should be then working no problem, but glad we caught that before it was too late. All right, you guys, so that went way better than the other side. Turns out I was wrong, and you can actually adjust it with the rotor on, so that made it way easier. But now essentially all we need to do is just get this caliper ready for primer and then put it all back together. So I'm not really gonna film the painting process again, we're just gonna skip over that, but so let's get to it. All right, you guys, it is the next day now. We have let the paint cure, so here's what it's looking like. We have our caliper adapters here, our passenger side caliper, and our driver's side caliper. They turned out very nice. So essentially now we just have to put it all back together, and I have to fix that stud on the passenger side that I hit with the hammer, but that should be minor details. So let's just get started on putting it back together now. Okay, you guys, and with that, this passenger side is officially done. Now let's move on to the next side here. All right, you guys, and with that, the vehicle is now off the jack stands and we have the rear tires put back on. Turned out awesome, so I'm very happy with that. Now all that's left to do basically is just go out for a test drive, make sure everything feels good, sounds good, and then we'll bring it back in and we can wrap it up. Okay, you guys, we're back from the test drive now. Everything went well, sounded good. No more grinding noises, and the brake pedal feels great. So I'd say that was a success for this job. That'll bring us to the end of this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, feel free to subscribe and drop a like. It really helps out. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.